back to the channel, the Psychotic Circus of Savannah, and today we're doing a new unboxing, Mr. Salty. He was on my top 10 clown list of 2020. He has a new mechanism we haven't seen before. That Willie is popping out while he's opening the coat. He's very, very original, but again, $349. Spirit Halloween must be smoking crack. I was really excited for him, and I also like that his whole motif is pretty much a dirty dick joke. We're gonna go ahead and open him up here, as always. The instructions. Typical SVI clown shoes. Mr. Salty, and whoa, his eyes and mouth don't look the best. This eye kind of feels like it's out of a socket. We've worked with worse, so. Got the head of Willie. This is, I guess you could say, his dickhead. I probably will repaint his eyes, or maybe even add some lights in there. Little arm and a little arm. I'm assuming these are Willie's. I'm going to assume that this is Willie's leaning mechanism. We've got Willie's clothes. I believe this is Mr. Salty's shirt. Mr. Salty's trench coat. His infamous flashing trench coat that the arms and hands are actually attached to the coat. Oh wow, this is super interesting. So the mechanism doesn't work with the actual arms. There's a hole about waist high that moves it back and forth. That's interesting. I did not realize that. More cardboard. More cardboard. We have the major mech section of Mr. Salty. Again, SVI this year has been putting these plastic pieces on their animatronics so that clothes don't get caught up in the gears, which is kind of cool. We got the base and the leg poles. So let's go ahead and build him, and I'll give you my 2 cents on him. So I had to go ahead, as you can see, the zip tie here was not on this other side, so I had to do it myself. Luckily it was pretty easy, but just annoying because the fuck? Here, even though he's not completed, he's going to be roughly my size. So the Velcro on this jacket is like, it's iffy. You have to Velcro the shirt to the jacket and it just doesn't seem very secure. So I believe he's ready. So far, this was the most complicated and kind of problematic animatronic to put together. Like, there's Velcro pieces randomly. His arms just seem like they could fall off at any moment, but we're gonna plug him in. We're gonna check him out. I'm not sure how I feel right now. Usually right about this time, I'm really, really happy and really excited to see him alive. Again, I love the concept. He was in my top 3 clown animatronics for 2020, but maybe just putting him together being such a pain in the ass is making me wonder if he's actually gonna work right. So plug him in and check him out.
Hey kids, welcome to my little horror hideaway. You want to see my little friend? Say hi, Willie.
Hi, Willie.
Got you with that one. We're full of surprises around here.
So that cool piece that I was talking about, that I'm so happy SVI is using it, the plastic piece on top of the motor that is supposed to make it so no fabric gets caught up in the motor, is actually stopping the motor. So I'm gonna remove it to see if we can get him to work right.
Hey kids, welcome to my little horror hideaway. You want to see my little friend? Say hi, Willie.
Hi, Willie.
Got you with that one. We're full of surprises around here. I'll bet you my clown knows that you've never seen this before.
Hey!
Good one, Willie. You even surprised me that time.
So I do really like the detail on his face, even though he does look a little messed up. I'll have to fix his cheek. I'll have to fix part of his jaw. I do like the amount of wrinkles that he does have. His makeup looks incredible. It really does look like something some guy would have painted in a trailer. His teeth look gross and nasty, and he has this crazy curled lip that just makes him seem like a real creep. He has this deranged look in his eyes that really makes him seem like he's like a pervert flasher. And I think his face goes really well with the concept. Regarding his trench coat, I do think it's very thick. I am not a fan of the printed patches though. I feel like they should have actually just sewn on new patches. Looks a little too cartoony for me. I also don't know how I feel about him not having real arms. His actual arms don't have any poles inside. It's just foam and fabric. So you can see certain sections like this that get extremely flat. And I'm not sure how I'm going to rectify that other than stuffing more foam pieces inside. Mr. Salty's hand actually seems pretty small compared to the rest of his body.
He hit my hands. Nobody has ever hit my hands. I've never heard of this one.
It's almost as if he has Willie's hand size.
He referred to my hands. If they're small, something else must be small. I guarantee you there's no problem. I guarantee it.
That part, I mean, I might be a little nitpicky because who's really going to be noticing his hands when he's flashing them, but it's just something that I feel they could have executed a little better. Now when it comes to the inside of his coat and Willie, I'm also a little let down, knowing that his body is literally just a shirt, and then when Willie comes up, his mouth doesn't move, his eyes don't light up. You can even see that maybe Willie's eyes at one point were supposed to have a little more detail. There's an area where there's a pupil that's cut out, but they've kind of just done this dead yellow look to it. Even though the detail of his teeth and gums and lips are incredible. I think there's some things regarding this animatronic that definitely could have been done better. I'm not 100% happy with how he came out, but I am very excited to see how he does in my haunt for 2021 because he is so original and he is so different. So some of the items I'm nitpicking, I might not care about come October 31st. Now, Mr. Salty is original. That's one thing I've probably said multiple times in this video. He is original, and that's what I like about him. He's not the typical scary clown. Matter of fact, there's not really anything that's too paranormal about him. His scare comes from something that's maybe a little too real, and that's somebody showing their dick off to kids.
Screen name Meat Rocket 8.
Plus, the carpet doesn't match the drapes. With that being said, we'll see how he works for Halloween 2021. Let me know what you think about Mr. Salty. Do you think he's going to be a great addition to the Psychotic Circus of Savannah? Remember to like, subscribe, and share the channel. I appreciate it. As always, happy haunts.